Oh my god, I cannot defend. Oh my god, this game sucks. There is so much DDA. There is so much scripting. Oh my god. Hey, that's you, right? I caught you. Guys, I am going to solve all these problems for you today. So the first thing I want you to do is stop focusing too much on the buttons. Yes, you gotta stop focusing on the buttons. Okay, which buttons do I press? I press X for the shoulder, I press circle for the tackle. No. Guys, I say that because you have to focus on the defensive principles, right? The principle of keeping your defenders in shape is the biggest principle. It is the most crucial principle, and you just cannot go wrong with it. If you make one mistake this year and you mess up your defensive line, you are going to be punished. Instead, you want to defend like this. As you can see, we are keeping our shape, we are standing in front of the opponent, right? Now, I know you have heard this advice many times. However, there is one key thing that no one tells you. And I am exactly going to show you that. See guys, what are we doing right now? We are keeping our shape. And also, we are marking all passing lanes, right? At the same time, you can see with Declan Rice, we are on Bonmati. We are not giving her the space to dribble. And she is forced to turn away. This is what you want to do. You want your opponent to face away. When he faces away, that means it's a win-win situation, right? So when you do this repeatedly, you end up winning the ball. It is called passive aggressive defending. Because if you don't master passive aggressive defending, guys, see, this is what's going to happen. You are going to look clueless. And once you look clueless in defense, that is not a good look. So let's analyze why this happens and how you can avoid it, right? It's because we are too passive in this situation. It can happen to good players as well. The byline cutbacks are the most overpowered way of scoring goals in this game, right? And I am too focused on that. You don't want to overcommit on one idea. Because we are so focused on this, what happens? We think for sure this guy is going to drive the ball back. Now, here is my chance to switch into Rolfo and get the ball back from Walker. Manually apply pressure. Because I have been passive, I have made sure that defensive line is intact and I am marking the pass. Now it is the time to step up, be aggressive. If you are too passive for too long, your defense is going to suck, guys. When I tell people keep the defensive shape, what do they do is they just stay back, and that gives the opponent too much time. If you give too much time to the opponent, you are not going to be successful on this game. Guys, I am going to show you how to partial team press, and that feature is game changing. Guys, cutbacks are overpowered. All of us know that. All of us struggle to defend against that. And this is the solution. You have to master partial team press. As you will see in just a moment, basically it is a triple man press, right? You see these blue icons on Germany and Lorente? They are covering two of the opponent's players, while we are applying manual pressure on the ball carrier. So whenever you have too many passing lanes to cover, just press and hold the R1 button, you will activate the partial team press. So when you activate the partial team press, your AI will automatically cover the most dangerous passing lanes. And this is what's going to happen. And when we let go of the partial team press, we hold R1 to second man press. Just see. Here with Germany, we activate partial team press, and then afterwards we are going to activate second man press. See, I let go of partial team press. I see he has marked the passing lanes, and now I just want him to apply direct pressure on the ball carrier. I don't want him to intercept the passing lane, instead apply direct pressure on the ball carrier. So what do? We use second man press and we end up getting the ball back. So see guys, this is what happens. When I press double R1, you see how they go and mark passing lanes. See, once again, double R1, they are marking the passing lanes. This year, this feature is really good if you master it. It was introduced last year, but this year it is game changing. See, you want to do it for a little while just so they come in front of the opponent's passing lanes and they cover it. And then you can also transition into second man pressure, because see, like I said, in partial team press, they will mark the passing lanes. In second man press, he will directly apply pressure. So when you want to directly apply pressure, you will go with the second man press. You might be wondering, King Sunny told us not to focus too much on buttons and he is teaching us about buttons. See, the buttons are only a tool. Rest you defend from here. That is why I want to emphasize the importance of defensive principles. Only then will these mechanics be any useful. If you just keep mashing buttons, you will only go so far. Look guys, this is the perfect example of passive aggressive defending. We are passive, we cut out all of his passing lanes. Our defense is in a straight line. Now we want to cover his passing lanes while applying pressure. With Rice, I approach in front of him, apply some pressure, and then I'm going to be passive again. It's called passive aggressive defending, guys. See? And you can win the ball back. Here with Varane, what are we doing? We are jockeying. Tackle. You wanna know when to step in. This year, people just don't step in. And if you don't step in, guys, you're only going to so far. If you don't step in, if you don't learn when to step in, guys, you are only going to go so far in FC24. I have told you so many times to learn about ball contacts. It simply means when the opponent is not having a touch with the ball. Look at this freeze frame. We are controlling Van Dijk and the opponent is not having a ball contact. He wants to sprint in this available space. And now if I don't make this tackle right now, he is gone. And this is the perfect timing for me to get the ball back from him. I press the circle button and I am able to win the ball back. Do not pull your players out like a dummy, otherwise you will be exposed to counter attacks like I am doing right now. But like I showed you earlier, we were able to save ourselves with partial team press. Keep the shape, use partial team press, use second man press, but do not abuse any of these features. And most importantly, master passive aggressive defending. Now all of this is useless if you don't know how to jockey on FC24. That is why I want you to click here.